Welcome back. This one's going to be a strange one. This morning, my Uber courier delivery driver, he had a crash just as he was about to deliver, like right outside my door. And it was, I don't want to be negative again, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be another negative one. So, both of them swore at each other, whatnot. I'm 25 years old. I understand people get heated in these kind of situations. I understand that. Money's on the line, blah blah blah. And so, I don't know what this guy is doing. What's this guy doing, bruv? So overtook me randomly. So what happened was that, he got injured. Nothing happened to her because he was on the motorbike, one of those regular 50cc bikes, delivery drivers. And he wasn't. He hurt his hand. It looked like his finger was broken. I'm not even sure. It looked like that. But there was some blood, a little bit. And what happened was, she didn't show any concern whatsoever for him. And that made me, feel not great. Because she didn't care whatsoever what condition he was in. And he probably fell to the floor. I didn't see it because it happened before I went outside to collect my order. So I didn't even know what was going on as soon as I went outside and saw this two. I just saw one car stopped, and then I saw a bike when I moved more forwards. And she tried to use me as like the second party, I don't know what it's called, third party, to support her claim that it's his fault because he turned without using a signal and whatnot. And at first the first thing she asked was, "Did you see what happened? Did you see it?" I didn't see it, so. But the way that her attitude was quite like just not nice whatsoever. Shouting at this guy. This guy just fell on the floor probably just before, and you're just shouting at him. It's not good. It's not making the situation better in any way. Her light was broken, the left front light, and I don't know what to say. It's she shouted at him over and over again, "You prick, you this, you that," and that she wanted to claim that it was his fault. She wanted his contact, and I think he refused. Once. It was kind of in the shock. He was still in the shock of crashing. So I don't think it was 100% there. Definitely not. And so he started swearing back at her, "You're a B word, and then you're this, you're that. And I'm a B word, am I?" That's what she said, whatnot. And I'm 25, I don't know. I feel like I'm sometimes, in terms of world experience, I feel like I'm 18, something like that, or 20 years old. That's how I feel. Like 5 years has been missing. I don't know why. Maybe my personal life, or maybe because of COVID, the 5 years pretty much went missing. But that's how it feels. So how did I feel? Like, why am I making this video? Because I feel so why am I talking about this? Because I feel like cold. I feel just disappointed with this is the adulthood that is around me, you know. The adulthood, of course I've seen some great adults, but the number of them is like making me uneasy. It's not a good number whatsoever, you know. And it's every country, you know. I know that Turkey as well has its issues. I know there's a lot of people that are just strange people, especially when you go into major cities like Istanbul. You'll find some strange people for sure, 100% you will. But here, I don't know. It's just so it's worldwide. I think it's worldwide. Some places obviously better than others. Some places worse. It's just this country has a big problem of like people are not united. There's no like I don't feel it. I don't feel the great Britishness, the Englishness. You know, some people can say that they support England and whatnot, and they're British and they follow the traditions still. It doesn't feel that way. The people don't feel united. It feels very cold, sterile. Everyone's following objectives. Nobody's going against the grain of digital ID and whatnot. So it's quite concerning that like things are just flowing. You know, people are not stopping back. People are not pushing back. And this problem was existing also in London as well. When I was at uni in East London, I knew that people are not retaliating when there's things that are not right done to them, you know. So we missed an entire year because of COVID, and that year was, and the year after that we had a lot of missed lessons that we were entitled to, you know, for whatever reason. Doesn't matter what the reason is. The school is by law and by contract obligated to fill in those sessions that they have to. It's not maybe. It's like if you was to put your assignment in, you have to put your assignment in. Same for them. They have that responsibility for putting the minimum amount of sessions in, or whatever it is in the contract obligations. And also there was a rule that you couldn't speak against the university, so that is pretty crazy as well. They wanted us to literally, we already signed for the course, we already did that, and about a few months later we got another contract. They literally spoke us to, especially on a specific day, and they told us that we need to sign another contract because they're not going to accept anyone that is going to speak illly about their course of whatever reason, even if you prove it or if you're right or wrong. Doesn't matter. So that was a red flag, but I already signed up. Like, what am I going to do? And plus, I think maybe it was the second year, I'm not sure. So we already had the first year COVID not coming in at all, and then second year I believe that happened where we have to sign that in person. So none of the classmates, none of the people that were there had any kind of even opinions. The expressions of opinions was extremely limited. Everybody would stand behind the leaders, and the leaders would just say whatever that the people would mean, you know, and they would represent them. It was almost like when there's a captaincy in football, there is the captain speaks to the referee. They talk a little bit, and maybe the situation gets resolved, maybe it doesn't. That's about it. This was literally like that, except This is a course. This is not a football match. This is a course. This is not one match. This is 3 years. You know. So that was very disappointing to watch. I saw how much character people lacked. That's what I saw. 100%. That was like the main points of them being in that way, of not retaliating, pretty much. So cyclists, gotta watch out for those cyclists. So that's how it went. This was another point, you know, people are not concerned about each other in this country for some reason. Of course there's some good people, of course there are some people that are concerned. I'm just talking the general like vibes of this country. Most people, they don't give a flying F, you know. It's like, they got a problem, what can I say? This is a land where there's many opportunities, also how they put it, but I don't feel like that. I feel like a lot of people are just there to be a certain way, you know, have a certain persona, that whatever benefits them, that's how they live. This country runs on benefits. It runs on people that just want to spend it however they wish and no concern for the other person. That's the kind of, I don't know, the environment that we're in. So that disappoints me about this country, 100%. I don't know if it's always been like this, but just seeing it currently the way it is, it's just, there's no like idealization, there's no idols, I don't know what to call it. Most of them are just, I don't know, boring, I guess. And it's disappointing. It does, these kinds of situations do make me feel uneasy. It makes me feel like there is very little humanity left in countries like this, in these kinds of environments, because a lot of people are busy chasing the false dreams, the false promises, the lifestyle that is never natural to them even. A lot of people are not doing introspection. You know, they're not looking inwards. They're looking outwards and seeing whatever that they can gather. You know, I'd like this kind of life. I'd like to meet this kind of person. I'd like to date this kind of person. I'd like to buy this kind of car and whatnot. So that's what's disappointing. I have to say that. I don't know what to say really, because I'm 25. There's limited stuff that I can say about these kinds of things. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you in the next.